Whew. Good morning, everybody. He just got dragon barfed on. Do you like my new outfit? I glamored up a little bit. I was like, if I'm going to be in the snow this entire time, I'm going to wear a nice, warm outfit. And this was the biggest hat I had at the time. Alright. Good morning, everybody. I'm Old Man Sugarheart. Today, we are playing Final Fantasy XIV. And I am going to finish up my astrologian quests. I believe I've got one more, and then I can actually start the Heavensward story kind of in earnest. Whew. Jean Juanard. Fancy meeting you here. Unless I level up from this quest. Now that Forlamort has so graciously agreed to discontinue his meddling in our affairs, I believe we may find our peers and colleagues more receptive to our proposals. Perhaps I shall begin with another trip to the vault to inquire about them reconsidering my petition to grant Lady Laviva the opportunity to speak with the Conclave. Yeah. We all have our strengths, Jean Juanard, and none will deny yours is convincing seemingly sane people to do your bidding. Old here is a testament to that. Sorry. Old here is a testament to that. I look forward to hearing your progress. As for myself, there's still some questions I need answered. The first being, how exactly did Forlamort come into contact with the Sharlayan assassins? Kimbrain, attend me. I wish to visit the Foundation and learn if there had been any sightings of suspicious foreigners. Might I suggest that Old here do the same in the Observatorium? Perhaps a second call on our new ally will help mine uncle recall aught he might have pretermitted in the heat of the previous moment. You just made that word up. Pretermitted. Pretermitted. Can't even think of like the etymology of that. Seven hells! I rue the day I ever see another Sharlayan. Please, I've done all you asked. What more do you want from me? Blood? Or are you simply here for the boast? Or mayhap, you wish to know how the Sharlayans came to be involved in my scheme? Ha! I thought as much. If it was so important, why didn't your Lady Laviva ask me earlier? Her head is so far into the stars she fails to see what unfolds around her on the ground. The truth is, it was never my scheme in the first place. It was the Sharlayans. They came to me, not long after Professor Mace's ship was diverted into Thanalan. Yes, I say diverted. The pirates in the Strait of Merylthor, the magically manipulated storms off Rotano, all staged to prevent your friends from ever arriving. But when they did, the Sharlayans were forced to change their plans. They required help hiring local hands discreetly, something they could not do as foreigners. I agreed to lend them my aid, because I felt we both stood to benefit from the disappearance of the Jean Juanard and that foul chit. It's chit with a CH. I think that means like a tiny, like, board game piece. I have no idea why he would call her that. Pretermitted. Yeah, be hung up on that one for a while. The chief astrologian. There is rarely a day when he isn't meeting with visitors from across the realm and beyond. By the past move, he has been entertaining guests with very distinct markings on their face. So I asked the Lord Forlamort from whence they hailed, and he only answered, the north. Bloop. Well, now I'm in the north. Maybe this is where they hailed from. The Charlians came to him. That could only mean, then, that mine uncle was only a pawn in a much larger game. A game that began long before we ever became involved. Think back, old. The bandits in the Black Shroud and those pirates you described that attacked you in Limsa Laminsa. They all had strange facial markings, as did our false astrologian. It's not much, but perhaps Lady Laviva will be able to make more sense out of it all, despite the time we've spent together. I have a feeling she is yet to be completely honest with us. But look at me. A beloved relative tries to have me killed, and the next day I begin doubting everyone. What a sad, sad state of affairs. Perhaps to clear my head, I should call upon that young Viscountess visiting House Halianart from her family's stead in the Eastern Highlands. This information on Forlamart's associates should be relayed to Lady Laviva immediately. Would you be so kind? I seem to recall them saying they'd be questioning the highborns and the pillars. Highborns? The moon in the kitchens. What? She's gotten crazy. My lord, are you able to learn anything of import at the observatorium? Lord Forlamort was not the one to hire the Charlians. Lady Laviva will want to know. Lady Laviva? Lady Laviva! She was right here. We must find her. Would not think any harm could come to her here in the center of the Holy See, but then again, that is what we believe back at Camp Dragonhead. I shall search the Hopland. Might I suggest you search in the opposite direction near the last vigil? Great plan. Where's the last vigil? Hustle, hustle, hustle. See, now that's the size of hat I did want. I'm sorry, I think you've mistaken me for someone else. Lady Laviva. Old, when you were speaking directly with Kimperane, someone approached me from behind and placed a dagger in my back. To my back. Not in my back. That would have been a little too much. I had no choice but to be led silently away. Luckily, my assailant let down his guard when we arrived in the shadows, and I was able to deliver him a swift kick in the groin. I've been running ever since. That was a really good plan. That is how you do it. So Forlamort wasn't the architect of this scheme to drag me back to the Charlian after all. I had my suspicions. I was a fool to believe they would simply let me leave. Do you recall when I mentioned that there were people in the old world intent on hoarding our nation's knowledge? Well, it appears that my efforts to train you in Jean Quinard have attracted their ire. Allow me to apologize. I've not been wholly frank with you about my reason for visiting Eorzea. Truth is, I came here because of my father. My father dreamed of rekindling the Holy See's interest in Charlian astrology, believing that it would be of great benefit to the embattled people of Ishgard. He came here several moons after I was born, intending to remain for only a season. However, he never made the return journey. His dream was left unrealized, his newborn daughter left without a father. Never once did I meet him, but every night when I look up to the stars, I know that those are the same skies he too gazed upon, the same skies he used as his strength and his guide. It was only natural that I followed in his footsteps, in spite of the objections from my mother, who did not wish to see her only daughter lost as well. And here I am in Eorzea, almost 2 decades later, pursuing a dream my father never lived to realize. A dream that has become my own. And now, someone is trying to stop me. Well, just let them try, I say. Just let them try. Hey. Lady Laviva, a maiden of your beauty should not wander off without an escort. Monsters hide even in the shadows of the pillars. Maiden, flattery will earn you nothing, Jeanne Quinard. But I will accept it nonetheless. Tell me, what did the vault say about our proposal? They accepted it. We have been given official permission by the Holy See to conduct a symposium on the wonders of Charlian astrology, with you as our guest speaker. Now come, we must hurry back to the Athenaeum and begin preparations. Whew. More than 15 summers to make ready for this moment, and now I only have a matter of days. And now we hustle back. I streamed Sifu for like a solid 4 streams. But I also put in all my free moments into the game so I could practice and get good. And now it feels weird holding a controller and not, just getting all sweaty with it. This has been the most beguiling past few moons. I must say, I truly did not expect the turns my fate has taken. I suppose that speaks much to my capacity as the reader of the heavens. I'm not blind to what goes on in the Foundation, so I will not claim that my life is in any way difficult, but that does not mean I do not have my share of troubles, however trivial they may be. Being anything but first in line to a countship is not all whores and rainbows. The Count only truly cares about his new appointed heir, just like the rest of my family. They expect great things from him. For me, they expect nothing. It has to be nice to be able to relax. It is. It feels good. For a long time, I tried to prove that I could be as great as my cousin. It is why I went to Charlian. It is why I have tried to do things I had no business even trying. Then, once I realized no one was looking, I simply stopped caring. My actions became more and more outlandish, because at the end of the day, that's what everyone expected. But when you two walked through that door and helped me realize that maybe life is more than the coffin that has been fitted for me, Maybe the fate I believed was mine was not mine after all. And for helping me see that, old, I thank you from the bottom of my heart. Good for you, Jean Quinard. Next astrologian quest will be available from Jean Quinard upon reaching level 52. Yeah, for some reason the astrologian quests happen every 2 levels. I don't know if that's normal. Maybe that's normal for the other classes. But yeah, it does feel good to be able to relax. Where am I going? Taking in the sights. Oh, there's a waypoint on my radar. But yeah, it was a terrible game to stream because like the game demands like all of your attention. It really sucks you in and it makes you focus on every little action, every little thing that's happening on the stream. Yeah, it's because astrology was one of the first DLC jobs and they weren't certain how they were going to handle it. Not 100% sure about that. Yeah, it makes sense to me. Welcome, Master Sugarheart. Shall I show you inside the manor? I'm used to people calling me old. Sugarheart was like the first person in the entire game to call me by my name. Though our friends in House Forton have been generous enough to extend to us their protection, we must take care not to impose too much on their hospitality. It is only proper we learn about our new home so that we might become more self-sufficient. It'll take a while to learn the lay of the land, but learn it we must. Then there's the markets and the taverns. We'll need to know where to shop, where to hear small talk. But seem a tour of the city is indeed in order. I thank you for your counsel, my lord. My companions and I shall of course do as you suggest. Very good. Then my manservant shall accompany you. He will be able to answer any questions you might have. But I grow forgetful in my dotage. There's something I must give you ere we part. Their documentation is in order, I trust? Yes, my lord. These documents identify you as wards of House Forton. Given our borders have remained closed for decades, many of my countrymen are unaccustomed to treating with foreigners. Should anyone happen to question your presence here, it may prove necessary to remind them that you remain under the protection of House Forton. But let us hope it shall not come to that. Rest assured, we shall do our part, do our utmost to avoid any situation which might compel us to invoke your name. Old daughter, the city awaits. Let's go. Yeah, Final Fantasy XIV is exactly what I needed after playing Sifu. It's reminding me how to speak again, instead of just silently punching everybody in the face. Which, although And Ishgard does kind of feel like the right thing to do half the time. As this is your first time in our fair city, pray permit me to show you the Hoplin, from whence we may gaze upon the splendor of the holy vault. Though all other sights pale in comparison, 'tis only meet that you should see it first. I shall then show you around the jeweled croisière, where you may purchase all manner of goods and services before descending to the Foundation's Aetherite Plaza. There are no questions. Question. I've done all of this on my own. I've literally been here for weeks. Although, is this the Hoplin? It looks nice. I know I can't play Sifu. I'm not good enough, so props to you for sticking with it. I try to play basically every kind of game in existence, but Sifu was a stressful one. I'm not gonna lie. It did feel great getting good at it, though. I'm still not that great at it. The Hoplin, so named for the bronze great shield borne by our nation's patron deity, is the largest plaza in Ishgard. The magnificent cathedral to the north is, of course, the Holy Vault. The vault is both the Ishgard seat of government and the residence of the Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church. Begging your pardon, the statues of the south, are they, perchance, Thornton's famed Knights 12? Very good, Master Alphino. They are the fathers of Ishgard, the brave knights who joined with King Thordan the First, to put down Nidhogg and found this great nation. Our city is rich in history and tradition. There's much you can learn by exploring the pillars, time permitting, of course. Now then, would you follow me? If you would follow me to the Jeweled Crozier, I shall introduce you to Mistress Elias, our master of the markets. You might have to forgive my French pronunciation most of the time. I've not taken any manner of French course. And even if I did, I would probably be bad at it. I did take like 8 years of Spanish once, so I'm basically fluent in that. That'll come in handy once we get to the Spanish expansion. I'm sure it'll be any day now. Well, you're clearly not locals or traveling peddlers, which makes you all... Ah, wards of the House Forton. How very interesting. Count Edmund has granted us leave to remain in Ishgard for as long as we wish, which may be some time. Accordingly, we will have need of sundry goods, hence our desire to make your acquaintance. That is, of course, assuming you are content to accept the custom of foreigners, should you be uncomfortable. Young sir, we do not discriminate in matters of money. If you have coin to spend, who are we to refuse it? Man, every business I've ever met. Weapons, armor, accoutrement, medicine, materials, whatever you desire, it can be found in the Crozier. Our merchants will be more than happy to accommodate you, as you shall soon see. Our next destination is the Aetheryte Plaza in the Foundation, if everyone is ready. French is a crazy language. I wouldn't even know how to begin to pronounce things. And I have JP voices on in Final Fantasy XIV. They pronounce Urianger like Urianger. Which I know isn't the correct way to pronounce it. I mean, Urianger. Like, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that correctly. Like, is this really what the Japanese think the French are like, just 17 foot tall with pointy ears? I did recently be reminded that the capital of Switzerland is Bern. And that felt very wrong, because I know Switzerland, they speak like French, German, and Italian. And so I expected the name of their capital to be something wacky like Nordrhein-Westfalen. But it wasn't. It's just the name of every other city. And here we have Foundation's Aetheryte Plaza. If you've yet to attune to the Aetheryte, it would be wise to do so now. Okay, the next class we're pretty much done with Warrior for now. The next thing I think we're gonna be is a Ninja. And so whenever we don't get astrologian gear, we go for the ninja gear. Like, I've never been a ninja. It seems like one of the hardest classes to pick up. Because, like, you kind of have to start from the beginning, and after, well, never mind. I don't know. It doesn't seem like a common class to pick up. It might be one of the least played. I don't know. I need to look up the metrics on that, because I'm curious. Ninja is fun in the opening, but the opening rotation is apparently very difficult. Certainly don't know how to play it, but it does seem fun. Yeah, I'm excited to, like, try a class I haven't tried before. Like, I want to be, you know, like an Eastern themed class for Stormblood. That's the next one, right? Because that seems fitting. And so I was thinking like monk, samurai, or ninja. And I think I'm gonna go ninja. Like, you might have noticed, I go like slightly off what like everyone else would do. Like, maybe Warrior was like a good choice for the first expansion, but like I want to show like off the second most interesting class for each expansion. And so I think ninja is a fun play for Stormblood. I'm gonna get me a jester hat. As for our next destination, mayhap we should decide together what else can be found nearby. The Sky Steel Manufactory stands to the west. There our engineers conceive and manufacture weapons for use against the dragons. The Holy Stables, where the chocobos are trained for war, also lie in that direction. To the north and east can be found the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. While to the south and east, well, it would be best if you avoided that area. What's up with the southwest? And why is that? I fear our knights may not be able to ensure your safety in the lowest levels, Master Alphino. Hold your nose when you pass the broom, little lord. A delicate flower like you is like to wilt in the fumes. You misjudge me, sir, for I'm no lord but a humble traveler. Oh, come to see the sights, have you? Take a turn down to the Hopland and gawp at the statues. But, well, if you've a mind to learn how the better half live, come, have a drink at the Forgotten Night, if your nursemaid'll let you. Yeah, that sounds like an invitation. My humblest apologies, Master Alphino. Pray pay the drunken lout no mind. I'm paying him so much mind right now. Oh, but I must. It would not do to refuse such a heartfelt invitation. Yes, I simply must see this Forgotten Night for myself. I trust you see the wisdom in this, old. There are few sources of information more abundant than bustling local hostelry. Not that I expect to hear any such news of our missing comrades just yet. Nevertheless, who can say what we might learn of recent events? Then I'm coming too. I have so many thoughts and opinions on this matter. Like, I am unfamiliar with Ishgardian culture. If we go down there, like, is our standing with the local lords basically thrown away? Oh, I have to take the lord's entrance up top. I'll make things a little easier. Meowdy, old. Meowdy, Panini. Sorry, Panina. Or blank. Do you prefer blank? I'm a big fan of Panina myself. Whew. Must say, this is rather unusual, not just for one, but a whole party of fresh new faces in my tavern. We but recently arrived in Ishgard and are eager to acquaint ourselves with her more notable establishments, Master Gibralon, or just Gibralon will do. And I'm flattered you think so highly of my establishment. Can't promise it'll live up to your expectations, but if it's decent food and drink you're after, you can do much worse. Judging by the number of customers I see, I suspect your fare is rather more than decent. Speaking of your clientele, I cannot help but note a difference between those who frequent the upper and the lower floors. Spot that, did you? Aye, up here you'll find peddlers, porters, off-duty knights, and so forth, dropping in on their way to or from somewhere else. Regulars maybe, but not locals. Folks from the Broom, they tend to congregate downstairs where we offer a menu more suited to their taste. Cheaper meals, stronger spirits. All quality, mind, but not of the sort I'd recommend to yourselves. Ah, you speak of the lower levels, yes? Why do they call them the Broom, if I may ask? Because when the weather is foul and the broom rolls in thick, the poor sods living at the bottom who will have to deal with it. I see. And it's not just for the weather. When the wyverns broke through the wards and started tearing up the city, it was the Broom that got the worst of it, while the pillars enjoyed the protection of the high houses and the temple knights. More than a few people are still sore about that, mind. Which is why, considering your present company, I'd recommend you keep your wits about you if you mean to go below. Something sharp in your boot, just to be sure. I shall take your words to heart, sir. Master Alphino, I think it would be best if we return to House Forton Manor. I just butchered that pronunciation and added a word. You go on ahead without me. I'll be staying for a drink or two. Miss Tataru! I'm afraid that is out of the question. My lord, the Count, would never forgive me if I abandoned one of his charges in such a place, least of all, a maiden. What are you up to, Tataru? Look around, Alphino. This tavern is full of people whose business regularly takes them beyond the gates of judgment. With friends like that, I could practically live here and wait for the newest gossip to come to me. Indeed, but will you be safe here on your own? Oh, please. Do you know how often I looked after the waking sands and the rising stones by myself? If I had a gill for every unwelcome caller I've driven away, I'd be rich beyond my wildest dreams. I'll be fine. Not that I doubt the lady's knack for fending off unwanted advances, but I'll be damned if I'm going to let anyone lay an unwelcome hand on the patron of my establishment. That settles it, Tataru. Hold, and I shall return to the manor for now. Contact me by Link Pearl if you require assistance. I will! You don't care what I refer to you as? Take my pick. Congrats on unlocking Astro. Just stopping by to say hi. Sadly, you have to sleep and can't stay. Have a great stream. Thank you. It was good to see you. It's a nice cozy day for Final Fantasy XIV. Like, we might go through like the entire day without fighting a single thing. Not by choice, just because there's straight up nobody to fight. Like, we just started like the main quest line, and they're just gonna introduce character after character. Better drink some orange juice. Gonna need that vitamin C. Welcome, Master Sugarheart. Sugarheart. Shall I show you inside the manor? I forgot my own name. Catch up with you next time, and for naturally irrelevant. And hope you are doing well too. Nice. Have a great sleep. I share that sentiment. Have a great sleep. Tell us, Master Alphino, does Ishgard meet with your expectations? That which I imagine pales in comparison to the reality. I have felt the weight of 1,000 years of history with every step. I took. And when those steps took me past the scars left by the wyverns and the Foundation, I understood how easily that history could end in tragedy. The attack was devastating. The casualties, unspeakable. The wyverns did not discriminate. Unarmed men and women, even children, were given no quarter. Sir Amaric has ordered his knights to strengthen our defenses, and each house has been called upon to lend what support it can. There's much to be done, yet alas, able-bodied men and women are in short supply. Mayhap we could be of assistance, my lord. After all you've done for us, we would welcome any opportunity to repay your kindness. That is a most generous offer, Master Alphino. Your guest in my home, to whom I have extended my hospitality without obligation, let or lien. Nevertheless, Ishgard's need is great, and if you are willing to aid our cause, I cannot well refuse. Good. What would you ask of us? From what I've heard, you are an intelligent and persuasive young man. Such qualities may prove most useful to us in our efforts to secure provisions from our foreign sources, identifying trustworthy suppliers, brokering contracts, and so on. As for you, Master Sugarheart, I could ask for no one better than a storied veteran such as yourself, a man with the capacity to act swiftly and decisively when needed, to aid Artorial and Emmeline in their duties. I beg your pardon? I am more than capable of carrying out my duty by myself. I have no need of our honored guest's assistance. Now, be reasonable, brother. What manner of fool would say no when a famous hero offered to do his work? Hold your tongues, by the fury. The two of you will conduct yourselves with dignity befitting your station and show Master Sugarheart the respect he deserves. Ooh. This is the man who slew Gaius von Belsar and some half-dozen primals besides. He's not here to steal your glory or serve as your errand boy. I feel like I've had that exact conversation with my kids. If you can pardon them their impropriety, Master Sugarheart, I should be much obliged if you would lend my sons a helping hand. My thanks. Fury willing, they may even learn something from you. I even had to come up with like a danger word for my kids. It's like a safe word, but like the opposite of that. Like if I say this word, it means you're in mortal danger for your current behavior. When I say Pikachu, that means you are in much, much, much trouble. I had to come up with that because they hated when I would raise my voice with them. Like, a lot. And so I'm like, okay, but I need a way to get your attention without raising my voice then. I'm pretty sure we all have ADHD, so like, there's basically no other way to draw their attention without making a circus out of it. And so if I need to talk like a Pikachu, then so be it. Oh no, kids are crazy. Honestly, a danger word is a brilliant idea though. It's a great way of being like, tread carefully. Like you gotta have one. Like especially if you go to a church. Although like you might make like the other people giggle when you look at your kids and you go, Pikachu. Like you might start a giggle fit in church. Would seem we shall not want for employment over the coming days, though that was never in doubt. Our host's initial reluctance to accept our aid was solely for appearance sake. In truth, he's glad for the opportunity to put us to work. By granting us patronage, House Forton has taken a tremendous risk until we can demonstrate our worth to Ishgard at large. The Count will face considerable opposition from his peers in matters great and small. And so he would have us publicly serve Ishgard, while simultaneously keeping his sons in check. 'Tis an arrangement we may benefit from in unexpected ways. My own duties may feasibly bring me into contact with people who know something of our missing comrades. And as you go about helping our two lords With their various responsibilities, you will inevitably make new acquaintances in Ishgard. Mayhap even new allies. Yeah, the more I think about it, the more confident I am that by furthering their goals, we shall further our own. Yay. Thank you for the silly hats. Lovely. Hang on. Can I... Perfect. Now it matches. Actually looks really cool. Maybe cool is the wrong word, but I like it. It's always nice to have a slow days along with the busy days. Honestly, the story of Heavensward is so good, even with how much talking there is. Yeah. I mean, if you want to see action without talking, watch my Sifu playthrough. It's like 8 videos. But it's like all action. Like, I can't bring myself to speak. Like, I hop in a dangerous room, fight like 18 people, and then go, whew, that was exhausting. And then I go do it again. Over and over and over again. That has no right to look that good, though. I love that it matches your coat, right? Shall we be off then, boy? But where are my manners? Emmeline and de Forton, second son of Count Edmund de Forton, true-born, that is. Yes, yes, I know what you're thinking, and you're absolutely right. What ill fortune to be born second in a society where the eldest inherits all. Oh, my brother would never cut me off, 'tis true. But who could be satisfied subsisting on a meager allowance, forever overshadowed by his sibling? Not I, old boy, not I. Which is why I need your help to ensure that this business in the sea of clouds goes swimmingly, so that the tales of my great deeds can win me a place in the people's hearts, or better yet, raise me higher in their estimations than artorial. Ambitious, Atwarel? Artwarel. I have no idea how to pronounce that name. I'll work on it. Ambitious, I grant you, but then I do have a legendary hero to do my bidding. Oh, hey, don't look at me that way. I jest. Anyway, we are to aid the good men and women of House Helionot. They are steadfast friends of our house, though they've fallen on hard times since the calamity. Poor blighters. As for what precisely we will be doing, well, what fun would it be if I told you everything in advance? Just come along with me to the airship landing. We'll need to take the airship to Camp Cloudtop. Hey, we get to leave. Man, I do look good. Whew. Honestly, you will have to check out my Sifu playthrough. You're glad YouTube recommended my channel. Love my vibes. Thank you. I'm a big fan of my vibes too. Where the heck is the airship ticketer? Ah. We can hustle. Yeah, I did have a lot of fun in my Sifu playthrough. Like, it's a short game. Well, maybe not short. It depends on your skill level, but if when you beat it, you don't feel finished with it. You're like, I can do better. It's kind of like satisfactory in that regard. You're just like, I gotta keep going and going and going. until I'm the best. Are you ready to depart, sir? The airship bound for Camp Cloud Top will be leaving shortly. Yeah, let's do it. Like, I don't feel like I'll be finished with that game until I can beat the whole game in like one go consistently. I played a game similar to that
an
feeling.
Airship, conceived within the fecund mind of Sid Garland, renegade prodigy of Garlemald, who had come to call Eorzea home.
Fecund means super fertile.
High into the heavens, where isles of earth and stone floated as clouds, a frontier the knights of Ishgard had scarce begun to explore. To a fledgling outpost, within the sea of clouds, where careworn scouts ever scanned the skies for winged shadows, he came.
It's a bad idea to park your boats on boats. Because what if the boats need to leave? Now the big one has to wait for the small one. I missed several good screenshot opportunities on that disembarking. Awfully cold up here. I mean, Korthus may not be blessed with the warmest weather in the world, but compared to this, it seems positively balmy. And of course, our hero is wholly unperturbed. You don't have to maintain all that strong, silent persona all the time, you know? Never mind. We need to find Lady Lenier. She is in charge of the garrison here. Oh, and when we find her, just follow my lead. Yeah? Excellent. Oh, he's gonna get his butt kicked by a girl. Yeah. I keep looking for like environments that would look good in like the newest thumbnail. And the entry to Cloud Top seems like a good one. Well met, traveler. Might I interest you in a chocobo order? Do not tell me this is the first visit to the shop. I shall update my register with your name so that you may access this location in the future. Neat. It's been a while since I've had to talk to a new chocobo keep. Cloud Top is gorgeous, perfect for screenshots, 100%. Yeah. Like, I've been... Hold up. Where did my buddy go? Oh, never mind. He's on the radar. We'll horse our way there. Wait, can I... I have lost the gift of flight. I mean, it was a miracle I had it to begin with, but still... But yeah, I recently played Aloft, which also has, like, you know, the Skyland vibes. And so I might be able to pull viewers from one to the other. with such a well-crafted screenshot. I might even include my mount here. Fat Chocobo has done a lot to capture viewers' hearts. Excuse me. That's right, you turn around. Walk away. Don't make me read your fortune at you. Oh, is Aloft good? You saw it and it looks like an awesome game? It is good. I feel like there's not a ton of content there. I would probably wait for a few subsequent releases. But it's a lot like Raft. It's good. I like that it's less stressful than Raft. There isn't like a shark constantly eating your boat. But it also has kind of a worse story. There's like hardly any story at all. But it's a fun game to play with friends. Especially if you like building really cool forts and having a mini little ranch. It's pretty fun. I do recommend it. Master Sugarheart, welcome. I'm Sir Laniet de Helenart, commander of the forces stationed here at Camp Cloudtop. Strange though it may sound, I have long dreamed of meeting you. I'm in your debt, you see, and shall ever remain so were it not for you. My younger brother, Francel, would have been executed upon the world of a false inquisitor. Alas, a knight must go wherever duty demands, and thus I've been unable to seek you out, but by the grace of Helone, I've been granted an opportunity to thank my brother's savior in person, and to call upon his generous aid besides. Truly, I know not what I would have done to deserve this double blessing. Neat. Ahem. 'Tis a pleasure to see you again, Lady Laniette. You cut an elegant figure as always, a steel-clad rose, equally at home on the battlefield or in a ballroom. Lord Emmeline, if it is not too much to ask, I should be grateful if you would allow me to finish speaking with Master Sugarheart. Camp Cloudtop was established to provide early warning of impending Dravanian incursions. The height elevation afforded by the floating isles makes ideal for this purpose. Naturally, it also makes us ready for attack. We're not defenseless, however. The Protector, our largest and most advanced airship, is capable of downing all but the mightiest dragons. Alas, as you may have noticed, it is currently undergoing repair. What is worse, our efforts have been hampered by an indigenous beast tribe known as the Vanu Vanu, with whom we have already had several skirmishes already. No beastman is a match for a man of Ishgard. Bring me a birdman and I'll show him a thing or two. I fear much and more may be of asked of you in the days to come, Master Sugarheart. Yeah, never played Raft because you felt like you have too much anxiety to deal with a shark. You'll have to add Aloft to your wish list and check back on updates occasionally to see how it is. Yeah. Like, Raft had a lot of potential to be like a cozy game, but like it was too stressful for that. Like, the end bosses were very unreasonably difficult, and like the shark was super annoying. Like, it's a fun game with friends. I do recommend that game too. But if you're just looking to relax while you play games, Aloft is a good choice. Alright, Laniette. Pants.
Thanks, Granddad.
Ninja Pants. I'm in it. Thanks for following, Jamielis. I appreciate it. Welcome. While I understand Count Edmond's intentions, I would rather not waste valuable time ensuring that the young lord does not get trampled underfoot. True, it is entirely possible that he may learn something from this experience, but left to his own devices, I think it far more likely that he will make a mess of things. Tell him I would like him to keep watch for Dravanian outflyers. Then, when you have a moment to speak with his manservant in private, make it clear that it is his responsibility to keep Emmeline from shirking his duty. Can do. That's why you could never play Majora's Mask. I know you got the Song of Time, but the time limit gives you insane anxiety. I actually didn't like Majora's Mask because I didn't like being a kid. As you can see by my VTuber avatar, being a kid is like the last thing I want again. Like, give me adult Link or give me nothing. A request from Laniette. Why didn't she think to ask me in person? Surely she must be standing here but a few yalms away. Or she must see me here, standing a few yalms away. Never mind. What is it? A mission of paramount importance. Keep watch for Dravavian outfires. A mission? Yes, of course. That's why I'm here. I shall do as my lady asks. Honora. I believe that's how you pronounce your name. Master Sugarheart, I do not believe I have properly introduced myself. My name is Honoroy, and I serve at the pleasure of Lord Emmeline. I've been saying his name wrong. Well, I'm probably saying everybody's name wrong, but his especially. Lady Laniette would have me accompany Lord Manilian on his mission. I understand completely. I will do my utmost to keep him out of harm's way. Hello, Gentle Vibes. Hi, Gentle Vibes. I saw that you uploaded a new Victorian death video up on YouTube. I really do think that's awesome. I haven't had an opportunity to watch it, though. I think I started it and dropped a like on it, but that's about all I could do so far. How am I doing? I'm doing good. Just kind of enjoying the sunshine here on Cloud Top. Having a good time playing some slower times in Final Fantasy. Getting relaxed, reading. Doing good. You did. Hope I will enjoy it. I will enjoy it. Ooh, also, I had a fun streamer milestone. Like, I've had a few game devs, like, reach out to me, ask if I would give their game a try. Like, just, usually, they're not very good games. Like, it'll be like some free clicker game that is probably actually discreetly malware. But a few days ago, a developer reached out and was like, hey, would you like an early copy of a game we're gonna demo for Next Fest? And I'm like, yes! Because I looked at their game, and not only does it look like a good game, it looks like a game I want to play, and it looks like a game the community will love. I can't share any more details beyond that, but I'm super excited. I'm under embargo until the 10th. Were he of another house, mayhap I would not feel obligated to go through such lengths to preserve his safety and dignity. In any case, I appreciate you speaking to him for me. It would seem he actually listens to you, at least more so than others. Or mayhap you are more skilled than most. I suspect that you have had to humor your fair share of difficult men before. Oh, man. I just had like a war flashback of all the difficult men I've had to deal with in my real life. I mean, difficult women too, but I do appreciate dealing with difficult people is difficult. You see that I hit over 600 followers? That is amazing too. I'm very happy with that as well. I'm starting to get like SEO on YouTube, like, so people are actually finding me by searching for things. It's not just waiting for YouTube to randomly serve people, but like if you Google "Let's Play Chef RPG," for example, I'm high on the list. Or "Let's Play Magical Delicacy." It seems cooking cozy games are kind of my jam. Now that Madeleine is out of harm's way, we are free to discuss matters of actual import, such as the struggles with the Vanu. We first encountered the Vanu several years ago, when we had just begun to explore the Sea of Clouds. After an exchange of pleasantries and gifts, we received permission to construct a permanent lookout post. There was peace between our people for a year and a half, until suddenly, for reasons unknown, their attitudes towards us changed. They began to attack our foraging parties without provocation, forcing us to rely more heavily on the supplies flown in from Ishgard. But words are no substitute for first-hand experience. Go and see Sir Marielle. She could use your assistance. You were actually on your homepage recommendations too? That's how you ended up finding me? Yay! That's how most people have been finding me. But, right, I can't fly. But like, now... But now people find me in one other way too. And so now I've got twice as many people stumbling upon me. Master Sugarheart, I presume? Lady Laniette told me you were coming. I hear tell you've never faced a Vanu before. Well, spend enough time on patrol, you'll surely cross paths with them eventually. These birdmen are native to the floating isles. I say birdmen, but they're not at all like the Ixal, unless that Ixal's mother was a Gigas. Here, let me mark several locations on your map. If you discover any Vanu in those areas, kill or drive them away. It looks like we will be doing some murders today. Sounds lovely. You love the chonky chocobo, right? The chonkobo. Like, I may be disappointed that I can't fly, but it feels right that this is all I get. I probably should be keeping an eye out for aether currents. Sorry, I fell asleep there for a second. I've completely forgotten how to play the game. Gaily cat. Is that like an alley cat? Also, you are definitely a bat. Oh, you think you can damage down me? He meows. Hang on. Are you actually a kitty? You are a kitty! Look at him. Oh. Little guy. I just straight up assumed that was an actual bat. I never looked closely at those before. You're excited to hear your thoughts on the new Hello Kitty game after I play it tomorrow? It looks hella cute. Yeah. I've already decided on like what I'm gonna be. I'm gonna be a little chubby horse person. I will be old man sugar horse. You know, little chubby horse, right? I think the chubby horse has to come with a mohawk too, though. I'm not 100% sure on that. The character creation, like, it has lots of options, but the thing is, when you're like choosing animals to be, like, you're never gonna please everybody. You steal yourself or a mighty struggle, yet no value. Just a kitty. But yeah, so there are people already disappointed that like they can't create the exact their exact fursona. I think mine would have to be like a polar bear. Or at the very least a silver fox. Now maybe I could be a silver fox. That might be like something I could do. But I don't know, I'm just feeling a little more horsey today. And horsey it is, right? Sometimes you feel like a horse. I've actually spent probably far too much of my life feeling like a horse. But to be fair, my mother was a horse. Alright, back to base. Wonder if it'll be worth the price. 40 euro is pretty steep. Yeah, it's... I can't... I'm having a hard time justifying that. Because I'm pretty sure it's like free on like the Apple Store, or at least significantly cheaper. So I don't actually know if it's any good, or if it's worth that. I've got a feeling that like if you disregard that and you just kind of like treat it as its own standalone game, it might be worth it. But then again, like Hello Kitty is kind of a major corporation in and of itself, so it might do like the Disney Dreamlight Valley thing, where like it's just designed to keep you in it, not designed to actually be fun. And so, yeah, I'm cautious of that. But if it actually pulls off being a decent Animal Crossing-like clone, like, it could easily be worth $40. Finish with your patrol. Anything to report? Maybe it was too much hope for a day without a skirmish. At least I can take solace in the fact that Halone has blessed us with a mighty ally. Honestly, you did not like Dreamlight Valley, and they decided to make it real because free marketing, right? Like, I almost played it once, and then I did the math beforehand. They released like a Nightmare Before Christmas patch or season, whatever you call it, and they showed off some really cool like Oogie Boogie pajamas. And I was like, I want those pajamas. So I'm going to calculate how much time it would take me to get those pajamas without spending real money. And it was like a month's worth of work. Now look at these pajamas I'm wearing here. That did not take a month. And I had way more fun doing it. I get ninja feet. Expecting your recent clashes with the Vanu, it cannot have escaped your notice that there are things here are rather peaceful, to the detriment of our garrison's discipline. Despite being built as an observation post, we have yet to record a single intrusion by the Horde. That is why, as far as everyone is concerned, Camp Cloudtop is a backwater of no significance. And of course, the pride of our camp, the vaunted protector, is in a perpetual state of needing repairs. So even were the Holy See to come down under Dravanian attack, we would be unable to fly to their aid. That's why we can park on the boat. Simply put, Master Sugarheart, this is where the ambition comes to die. You have aspirations for advancement, you'll be right at home. However, I'd like to think that enthusiasm can be just as contagious as apathy. If you'll indulge me, I would have you seek out the sentries and stoke their fighting spirit. Psych them up, you might say. I can do that. Maybe. Trying to find my way around here. Can I jump off this cliff? Shortcut. Aha. Whew. You think it's wild that Hello Kitty Island Adventure was a meme name that wasn't a real game? They decided to make it real. Oh, sorry. I think I mashed up two messages together. But yeah. Hello Kitty Island Adventure. I really do kind of believe that, like, South Park kicked that off in the episode Make Love Not Warcraft, you know, the famous one. Butters was like, I'm not playing World of Warcraft, I'm playing Hello Kitty Island Adventure. And I feel like Sanrio heard that and were like, hey, that could work. I mean, like, Animal Crossing was big around that time, and it didn't have any real competitor. Like, I'd get started on a Hello Kitty Island Adventure. That seems like a smart move. You were excited for the game as you loved Animal Crossing, but you were like, oh my god, a Disney version of it, but it was a big disappointment. It looked like a big disappointment. It looked like work wrapped in a Disney coat of paint. Hello there, old boy, slain any Vanu champions yet? No? Oh, well, let me know when you have so I can make myself presentable for the... Alright. I shall not return to the Foundation. Not friendsless. That's the emote. Get psyched. It's an attack? What should we do? What should we do? I'm just telling you to guard the artichoke. Yeah, you had me fooled there for a moment, old boy. An amusing jest, albeit a tad cruel. Surely you must realize how unsuited I am for the monotony of mere sentry duty. Yet, still, you tempt me with the promise of excitement. No, this won't do. This won't do at all, Lady Lin, yet will give me a grand mission as it befits my station. Oh no. Oh no. Apparently the game is on Apple Arcade, for which you could have to pay $7 a month for it. Oh! Yeah, I thought it was like $7 flat or something like that. So if you play it for a longer time, it'll be worth it. Yeah. I'm not a fan of subscription services, I say, playing a subscription game right this second. This one's a little different. Like, it gets enough views to justify it. Like, I'm not paying the sub, you guys are, and I appreciate it. You're looking rather grim. Why so serious? The Vanu are no real threat, and Dravanians couldn't give a fig about us. Oh, right. Get psyched. Or rallied. Huh? No? Aren't you an odd fellow? Don't you have somewhere to be? I'm sorry. Get psyched! Please? Was I psyching no one? I psyched myself. Ye gods, where did that come from? Fine, if you insist, I'll make an effort to be more alert. But really, I fail to see the point. We are hundreds of moms away from the front lines, which is just the way I like it, thank you very much. I mean, I kind of get how he feels. Like, I feel that way about work. Like, war is kind of a different thing. Like, much, much different. But, you know, if I could find, like, a cozy job doing nothing of any real importance at my actual job, that sounds great. Is there anything fluffier than a cloud? My beard. What is this? Is it the Horde? By the Fury, whatever possessed you to do that? I'm awake, worry not. After the shock you just gave me, I doubt I'll sleep for a fortnight. Many thanks, Master Sugarheart. Already I can see a change in our sentry's behavior. Beg your pardon? Lord Emmeline, was it? Emmeline said what? Well, I have no doubt Lady Lenya will do her utmost to oblige him. Shoes. More shoes, please. If Lord Emmeline is gonna demand a more dangerous duty, then I expect Lady Lynette will want you to accompany him. You might as well speak with her sooner rather than later. There's no use avoiding the inevitable. Sugar, just dropping by to say hi. You'll be lurking. Have a fun stream. You too. It's good to see you. I almost got to raid you the other day. It's very rare that our like streams line up like that. But I had a chance. And we just missed it because you were like, I looked at your screen and it said ending soon. Then we raided the same person. It was pretty cool. Master Sugarheart, Lord Emanalain has just informed me that a mere sentry duty is beneath him. I understand we have you to thank for his epiphany? Well, there's nothing for it than to give him something more demanding then. Can I count on you to keep him safe? Yeah. Excellent. We're in constant need of fresh water here in Camp Cloud Top, as there are no underground sources that we can tap with wells. However, there's a unique variety of crystal that we have recently discovered which may enable us to obtain water through other means. These spring crystals can be found in Vor-Sien-Seran to the east of here. I would have you and Madeleine bring one back to us. You must have to contend with feral beasts which populate the lakes, not to mention the Vanu scouts ranging from their nearby settlement. Of course, that all pales in comparison to keeping the young lord entertained. But you have doubtless grown accustomed to that by now. Good luck. Be safe. Hey. Oh, Lady Lanyette told you to tell me about my mission once again. If I didn't know any better, I'd swear she's avoiding me. Anyway, what is this? A vital mission on which the success of the very survival of Count Cloud Top rests. The procurement of potable water. Finally, it's about time she entrusted me with a mission of real import. Right. Let's go. I've never thought of like selecting another option there. Like, it seems weird that they give me choices. Like, I imagine not saying anything doesn't progress the story, and saying the other one, like, what could it possibly do? The other one was being like, hey, we gotta go get some water. Come with me. Like, what possible outcomes could be different? He either says, that sounds lame, or yeah, let's go. And if he says that sounds lame, I'm pretty sure I just have to talk to him again to select the first option, right? I can't imagine it's gotten more diverse than that. All the cards. I have the power of God and anime on my side. What are you gonna do? Seems my 6% damage increase wasn't enough. What is it with cats and rectangular things? I swapped mouse mats and the old one is still on my desk, and my kitty has just claimed it as her little spot on the desk ever since. Oh. I'm actually curious if cats prefer rectangles or circles. But there's been like experiments done where people like make circles in nature, and then they'll find like a mountain lion lying in that circle. But like, yeah, I don't know why kitties favor like naturally occurring circles and squares like that. I don't see what evolutionary purpose that holds. It's just like a thing. I must claim it. Done. So this is the Vor Sien Siran of legend. And Neria Vanu in sight. How disappointing. I could do with some sport. I know, why don't you and I make it a competition? Whoever finds a superior specimen wins. Honoroi shall judge the entries on size, purity, and say aesthetic sensibilities. Let us begin at once. Search for Crystal Spring. You think it's adorable how big cats will sit in cardboard boxes, right? If it fits, I sits. That looks like a crystal. Is it not springy? Looks like a Jolly Rancher. There we go. While crystal does not appear to exhibit any properties described by Lady Laniette, perhaps you should inspect another. I've got my kitty on my lap right now. Do you want to say anything, kitty? That crystal's no good either. Surely this one, right? Nope. No. About over this way. Behind this giant bird. A crone? Did they mean crane? I mean, it can be a crone, I guess. Who am I to judge? Hey, I got one. Alright. Now, Manolane is most certainly dead, right? Like, we left him alone for 10 minutes. I know a plot point when I see one. I do wonder if games have, like, made me incredibly nervous of my own children for reasons like this. I'm like, you're out of my sight for 5 minutes. It's definitely plot that I have to rescue you. Ah, Master Sugarheart, what have you brought your entry for the contest? My understanding of such things is limited, but can this truly be used to draw moisture from the air like a water pump? Fascinating. That would be cool. Hang on. Gotta re-up on my orange juice. Lord Aminalane has been gone for an awfully long time. Did you perchance see him when you were searching for your crystal? Even he must realize the dangers of wandering too far in such a place. Mayhap I'm worrying about nothing, but I must ask that you assist me in looking for him, Master Sugarheart. We shall find him more quickly if we split up. Pray, search the southeastern area of For Sian Siran as swiftly as you are able and rendezvous with me in the north. Farewell and good luck. Back up the hill. Keep running up that hill. I heard that song like blew up in popularity. But like, it did not stick with me at all. I know there's a hill, but I don't know much more than that. You know the song I'm talking about. I think it's called Keep Running Up That Hill. I think it's about running up hills. Hey, look, a small hill. We look around. Oh, here's a great place to pose as an astrologian. Survey the area for a time. Yeah, I could get a decent screenshot up here. Yeah, I come up with a new Heavensward theme screenshot for Final Fantasy XIV, the movie Part 7. Which is going to be my 12-hour video for this phase of the game, for this expansion. I gotta say, my first thumbnails, kind of disappointing. 12-hour video, whoa, yeah, it's not as impressive as it sounds. What I'm doing is just gluing all these 2-hour videos together. Master Sugarheart, Lord Eminalain. Lord Eminalain has been taken by the Vanu. My lord surrounded, a whole gang of them. Please, you must come quickly. Alright. But yeah, one thing I like to do with my kids is putting like something kind of meditative on the screen, like, you know, a Yule log in the winter, or trains going through Norway. Like they're big long like videos that are basically nothing. And you know, it just kind of like, it occupies the TV, keeps like a decent background noise going, but keeps them from like, you know, their brains from melting and them drooling all over themselves. I kind of wanted to make the same thing, but for Final Fantasy. For those who want it. Oh, you love the Yule log videos when you're reading, right? They're perfect. Maybe I should put a Yule log video on while I'm working, like just for fireplace crackles. Because even music's been too distracting for me lately. Mostly because work is incredibly boring. The Vanu must have taken him to that village, mayhap to present to their chieftain. I will make haste to the Rose House and tell Lady Lanyette what has happened. Yet by the time I return with aid, it may already be too late. Forgive me for asking, Master Sugarheart, but should you spy an opportunity to sneak past the sentries and rescue Lord Eminalain in my absence, I beg you to take it. I know he can be a trifle presumptuous and insensitive and, well, insufferable, but he doesn't deserve this. Run, boy. there's a productivity game called Spirit City where you can put on rain or a burning fire as background noise. And you play as you play, you earn points to decorate your room, your avatar. Yeah. Maybe that could work? It can, but the Steam app has some security concerns for a corporate environment, so Steam has been blocked by my work, which has been like just a huge bummer, because Steam is a large portion of my day-to-day activities. Like, I'm never playing video games at work, but like I like seeing all the upcoming releases and the sales and stuff. And so without that, I've been forced to like spend my work time going to like Steam DB. And the problem with Steam DB is that like I don't have like adult content filters on that. And so like I'm constantly bombarded by, like, while I'm looking at new releases, I'm constantly seeing straight up porn. Security hasn't flagged that though, so I'm guessing that's okay to look at work. Hey, turns out I don't have to fight everybody. Shoot, maybe I do. In that case, YouTube U-Log videos are the way to go. Yeah. It does sort of seem that way. Yeah, fair enough. Same here. Can't even download a Chrome plugin. Yeah. I have... That's another shame I have. I've got, like, YouTube metrics plugins to help me measure my stream success. Or my YouTube success. Would he be up there? That's the place where I'd put him. Nah, he's gonna be over there, isn't he? I'm coming, chump. By the Fury, you're not gonna eat me, are you? That's not what you do to prisoners, is it? Old, I'm over here. What's up? Here. Get gravitied. A million cards just to destroy that one guy. Netherlings, come to free our prisoners, spread word like thunder, and cast them out into the cloud sea. Yar. Whew. That was thoroughly unpleasant. Netherlings slink away like gaily cats. Rally, warriors of Gundu, let none escape. We're gonna escape. And you know what? I'm having a hard time targeting you, chumps. Here. Live forever. Is that your contribution to the fight? Fetal position? Like, it's probably a smart move for you, but still. Hello? You tend to tune into co-working streams or put on YouTube video with a fireplace or cozy music? Yeah. I need some kind of background noise. Oh, hi there. So much gravity. Help has arrived, old... Oh, Horseface. Porshafon, is you? Is that you? Thank Heavens you're here. It's Horseface Killer. Whew. Today is quiet, so you get to hang out here a bit. That's nice. Wait, where am I going? That's right. I gotta keep track of Stumpy here. Hey, come to think of it, you had a fairly new job. Like, it's been about a year now, give or take. Probably less. How are you enjoying your new place? Have you settled in? They treating you alright? I'll have words with them. This way, quickly.
Reinforcements? Anger of Honu, chief of mighty Vundo, royals like blackest storm clouds. Offer netherlings to the white. Cloud sea swells, and he comes.
Oof, would you look at that?
The White, mighty Bismarck, Lord of the Mists!
A flying whale? By the Fury, it's a primal! We must away!
Ah. I hope I got a good screenshot there. There was a real quick moment there.
Damn! Bloody typical. All right, we're going in.
Aye, aye, Chief.
All aboard!
It's been 1 year exactly tomorrow. Nice. Still enjoying it? Your supervisor is doing battle with HR about getting your contract renewed in time. Apparently something went wrong because they cannot promote me and they give you a permanent contract at the same time. You went from junior to senior scrum master and you were told you undersold yourself in your job interview. Yeah. I've seen a lot of people get a job as a scrum master not really understanding what it is. But like somebody who understands like the concept really well can like absolutely slay at being a scrum master, which it sounds like you do, so congratulations. The gods only know what might have happened had we not been around to save you. No need for thanks, though, as it's not as if you haven't done the same for us on a few previous occasions. Alright, more than a few. Which was but blind chance that brought us together this time. In case you were wondering, the Holy See has petitioned the Ironworks for assistance with this creation of theirs, the Protector. Apparently, they just can't seem to get her flying. Anyway, I came to Cloud Top to cast an eye on the ship, only to learn that you arrived some few days before with an Ishgardian lordling in tow. A small world, I thought, just as said lordling's manservant skittered into view, babbling about his master have been captured and you risking all to rescue him. And the rest, as they say, is history. Right. Well, to cut short our reunion, I am here on business after all, and the boys are already hard at work. Don't worry, old friend. We'll speak again soon, I promise. Thank you. It's really been sparking your creativity to make it engaging and fun. You're actually trying to make a type of D&D like campaign for the retrospectives. Nice. I've actually done a few mini Dungeons and Dragons campaigns myself in at work, as you know, team bonding exercises. But lately I've got a lot of like mandatory fun on the queue. There's nothing that bothers me more than when work asks you to spend time outside of work bonding. I'm like, listen, I don't like you like that. You're not paying me for this time. I mean, I'm salary, but ugh. Anyway, thank you so much for watching, everybody. I had a great time. My alarm went off during that last quest, so that means I gotta get the kids to school. But this has been fun, and I'm looking forward to continuing the story, and possibly next time we should hop in on the next astrologian quest line too. We hit level 52. Have a great day. Thank you so much for the stream. Thank you for tuning in. It was good to see you, Naturally Irrelevant. I believe you are new here. I don't recall you talking before. Maybe once or twice. But welcome to the channel. I'm glad to have you here. Alright, usually our friend Sandra is streaming Final Fantasy XIV at this time, so we're gonna shoot her a raid for everyone who's watching on Twitch. Which, according to my numbers, is a nice cozy 3. Yeah, you're new, just found out tonight. Happy to be here. Awesome. Feel free to join the Discord if you so choose. There's a link in the About Me section, or you're on YouTube, so it would be in the YouTube description. If you ever want to just hang out and chat or post memes or music or something, there's a fun time in there. Rating. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.